Welcome back. I look different this time. Some time has passed. The game is different as well. Unfortunately, after my first new player guide about solos, they changed how solos work. So, as a quick update, the matching screen is different. You choose solos, duos, and trios, and each one has its own rotating map. 2 out of 3 times it will be ruins, and the other time it will be Goblin Caves. I'll try to make a video about Goblin Caves when the Goblin Caves are open. This time, you start at the ruins, which is an outside map. You go down to the Cryps, and finally you go down to the Inferno. So let's just start with the ruins and see what we can do. As a refresher, we are running Sprint and Second Wind, Weapon Mastery to use any weapon we pick up. We made it out with some money last time, and we have some random ammo in our inventory in case we find any ranged weapon. You can check our merchant here, the weaponsmith, because he sells shields. We ended up selling our last shield because we dropped it. So let's buy a new one. I think this time we'll buy a heater shield. There we go. We have a heater shield and the falchion we had from the last game from the Dead Warlock. You can look through these as well. If you find any weapon that you enjoy using, by all means use it. I recommend sticking to the fighter's base weapons for melee weapons though, because if you don't use a weapon that goes with your class, you'll get a negative 10% damage penalty to it. For instance, this Morning Star is for the cleric. I can use it because I have weapon mastery, but by equipping this, I will do 10% less damage than a cleric would. The arming sword is for the fighter, ranger, and bard. I can use this sword just fine. Instead of using the money that we spent on we got out on weapons, go over here to the alchemist. He sells potions. These are really important. Being alive is really important. So I'll buy a stack of 3 potions, and I'll go to the surgeon, and I'll buy a stack of 3 bandages. Now we have some heals. That is very important. We love heals. You can also check the vendors to see if they have anything cheap. The gray items sell for really cheap. For instance, these heavy boots are 8 gold. You could buy it if you want, but we're kind of hurting on money, so I'm not going to worry about that right now. Alright, so let's just go ahead and get back in the dungeon. We'll check out all the new enemies that we might encounter. Make sure you don't have any greens in your inventory or anything better than that. Make sure you're on solos and choose the available map. We'll stick with we'll stick with normals for now. And start. I may have explained this before, but just in case. Ooh, there's a party going on. The difference between normals and high roller is the enemies are much harder and the loot is much better in high roller. Players are usually much more geared too because there's no gear limitations. Alright, so we spawned in the ruins. As you can see, this is an outdoor map. Very dark here. We spawned in a room with many, many enemies, and I see a blue potion there. Blue potions are very good because what they do, they give you a damage shield for physical damage. These are wisps. Wisps, by the way. Kind of annoying to fight. They shoot a projectile at you. You can block. And if you get buffs to your character, they will dispel them. Also, when they die, they explode. And if you're staring at them when they explode, they will flash your screen and deafen you for a period of time. You will be basically blind. So we'll grab this white chalice, why not? Ranger Hood, heavy gauntlets. We can put the heavy gauntlets on if we really want. We can check our PDR at any time by opening our details here. You can shift right-click items in your inventory to drop them. And we got a player coming, so let's go ahead and grab that blue potion. We might actually need it here. Ooh, we got a little hat. Put that on too. Probably a good idea to wear the equipment you find in the dungeon is better than yours. We'll put the Falcon here, and we'll actually take this arming sword, because the damage is only slightly less, but it attacks much faster. And we got some boots. Rapier is not our main weapon. If you really enjoy the rapier, you can, but there's definitely classes that use the rapier better than the fighter. Keep in mind, if you use it, you get the negative 10% damage bonus. So we're just looting some chests. Killing some PvE. These one-handed sword skeletons have two different attacks. You just saw them. They have an attack that goes diagonal across their body. They lunge forward when they do that attack. And they have an overhead attack. You can block either one by, well, not that time. I was going to say block either one by turning your shield in the direction of the attack. We have a player in front of us. Let's handle the skeleton real quick before the player decides that he wants to get a little involved. I think this is a decent boots upgrade. Try and use that. The stats in this game are pretty straightforward. I'll explain them in just a moment. For skeletons like these, you can always just back up to space them. Or you can block their attacks. Either one's fine, depending on how much space you have to work with. It also seems that, you know, because we got hit, we're hurt now. But we brought healing potions. The player's still there. But you can drink a healing potion, get your health back. Healing potions heal 15 health over 35 seconds, so we shouldn't be in pretty good shape. Once this potion's done. Let's see if that ranger wants to attack us. But with these guys, you can always just back up and attack them in the head. Don't really have to worry about too much. Totally up to you if you want to attack people in this game. If you prefer to not, that's on you. Obviously, other players can have some pretty good stuff. And it kind of looks like this guy might be running towards me, but maybe not. Got a Battleaxe. Hey. We could give that a shot. But generally other players pick up loot and use that to your advantage if you just kill them and take it. Guy seems like he found something nice. We'll drop these heavy gauntlets in favor of the bigger gauntlets. So what it does is strength increases your physical damage bonus and slightly increases your health. Bigger just increases your health and the amount you heal when sitting down to rest. Agility is movement speed and slightly increases your action speed. And then dexterity just increases your action speed. Will increases your magic resistance and your spell damage, your magical damage. Knowledge is your memory capacity, which as a caster class is how many spells you can hold at once, and how fast you cast spells. And finally, resourcefulness is how quickly you interact with your environment, open chests, doors, etc., etc. It will have different uses in the future, but for now that's what it does. Oh, there he goes. He was just murdered. I am very tempted to get involved with this, but we're not really here for that. I have my back turned to this guy. We'll see if he attacks me. This guy's got a cape on.
Hey buddy, we cool or what?
Hello. Oh. Goodness. Sure.
I have no health and a lot of loot on me. I'm almost dead.
Alright.
I sure need to heal up.
So it looks like he's baiting me into attacking him, which is strange because if he wanted to attack me, he could just do it. He's using VoIP in this game. You can change your VoIP key if you want, but like, Not super necessary if you don't feel like talking to anyone.
I'll be seeing you.
See you later.
Hey, buddy. Got no health, man.
He seems like he really wants people to attack him.
Oh, I don't need that, man. You just go on.
Go ahead and keep going to the circle. There's no reason to take damage from outside the circle for no reason. And it occurs to me earlier, by the way, I saw a bow in a chest and I didn't pick it up. So I wasn't really paying attention. I got distracted by the bard that I saw in the distance. If I had been thinking real hard about it, I would have grabbed it and equipped it, because I can use it, because I have Weapon Master on. I'm sure the Barbarian will probably get impatient and attack us at some point, but, you know, we're just sort of hanging out in the dungeon. We're waiting for the down portals to appear, the reds I showed in the last video. If you take a down portal from here, you actually will go to the Cryps, which was what the first video took place in. I'll try to release some in-depth guides on the ruins and the crypts and the goblin caves at a later date. This is a Shrine of Power. By using it, we've increased our physical power for a duration of the buff. You can see right here, our physical power bonus is about 19% right now.
Hey, pal.
Hello.
I hope no one kills me at no health.
You've already said that.
I best be going since I have no health left.
If you want to fight people, you can just attack them. There he goes. What a weird interaction. He really wanted us to attack him, but I mean, I have to. He could have attacked us if he wanted to. PvP is not the goal of this video, so as tempting as it is, I'll have to pass. We got some stuff. We got a little plate helmet. I think I like the leather cap for now. Let's see how the plate helmet changes our PDR. From 18% to 8. Well, that's not really a change at all now, is it? Yeah, sometimes if you're in a tough spot, you can VoIP at people. Speak to them in using the in-game voice chat. This lobby seems pretty passive. Surprisingly. Explosive bottles are pretty good as well. You can grab these and you put them in your belt slot. You can basically do this. You hold them. You hold down right click. You let go and you throw them. It's basically a firebomb. Puts fire in the ground. And about it. People that walk into it will take damage. People ducking quickly when looking at you is usually a sign of friendship. They don't want you to attack them. They want to say they're friendly. It's up to you as the player whether or not you want to believe that. There's plenty of people that will do that and then stab you in the back as soon as they can. There are people who are genuinely friendly. A little bit of information is the Falcon actually has more impact power, like force, than the Arming Sword. You notice the Arming Sword took 3 hits to destroy the barrel. Falcon will take 2. Because it hits harder, but it's a slower weapon. Go ahead and pick that up. Just nice little treasure. So we'll go ahead and take one of these red portals that we see opened already over here. We'll take this one, actually. We'll open our own. We don't need other people to open portals for us. We're cool. We're a fighter. So we open the portal with F. It's red, so scary. Now we just go on in. We're in the little waiting area as we wait for the dungeon to end. Once that happens, since we were the last person out, it's basically instant. We'll move to the next tier. Okay. So we've spawned into the familiar Cryps. We have a bit of loot on us. Basically, this axe is taking up most of our space. The Battleaxe is a fighter weapon, fighter and barbarian. I wouldn't really recommend using it. But if you like it, you know, why not? Barbarians are typically better with axes than fighters are. But if you're an axe gamer, you can always go for it. Nothing wrong with a little chop chop. This enemy right here, oh, we got some aggro from Archer. Let's try to handle the Archer with the shield we have. We'll hit our sprint to get closer to the Archer faster. We'll close the gap and we'll kill him. So this is a mummy, by the way. They have 3 different attacks. They can attack with their left hand, they attack with their right hand, and they lunge forward, and that is the most dangerous attack. He's got an arrow in his butt. Got an arrow in your butt, sir. That lunging attack goes forward pretty far, but it's actually pretty easy to sidestep. Not a big deal. I wouldn't recommend sidestepping the swipes, though. If you see those coming, you should just back up. They have very short range. But as you see, the lunging attack, you just sidestep. Easy peasy. Mummies have a lot of health, so just be careful. They don't die as fast as skeletons. But we have a big scary battle axe, so pretty much everything dies quickly. Get a little chest action. Another explosive bottle. Pick up our torch. You like that little secret there? These are pressure plates. You can stand on them and open them, but they close. So you throw a torch on them. Then you can get inside, pick up your torch when you're done, and just wander off. I may not have explained it before, but if you right-click loot, it goes straight in your inventory. This is a mini-boss. This is the Wraith. Kill this skeleton real quick. Probably gonna get shot here, but it's worth it, because now we can fight the Wraith. I'm gonna show you a surefire way to handle Wraiths. It works every time. You circle around a pillar. The Wraith will do his 2 attacks. He's got 2 attacks. Got an attack where he lunges forward very far, and he's got a swipe attack from his right to his left. You circle around the pillar like this. He can't lunge attack at you. He just goes to the side of the pillar. So basically, you can punish him. Just circle and attack. Circle and attack. Hello. Guy's helping us. How nice of him. But this mini boss is literally as easy as that. Once you find a pillar, he's kind of a joke. People have a lot of difficulty with the Wraith, but honestly, I mean, you saw that. We'll grab the buckler again because it's extremely powerful. Can deflect any attack, so it's very good. Hello. I don't know if he heard me, but it's okay. We'll heal up too, just in case he decides he wants to attack us. Obviously, he didn't attack right away, but people change their mind. Let's see if we can block an arrow with our buckler. Nice, still got it. You can block these attacks too, but not really necessary, honestly. It is kind of funny to make his hand slap back, though. Buckler is incredibly strong if you know how to block attacks in this game, because you, like I said, you bounce any attack back, which turns all the enemies and like mini bosses into basically a joke. Breaking pots, collect on loot. Oh. For some reason I lost my ability to click this chest. There we go. That was strange. Oh, we got a campfire. We already have a campfire in our inventory though, so it's not really that big of a deal. But we'll take it in case we need it. And let's try to work to get back in this circle, because we are a bit outside the circle. Got another mummy. Sake of saving time, we're just going to attack him quickly. Kill him real quick. Like before, the axe has better impact power than the arming sword, so it can break these boxes much faster. We see a hound skull here. Let's pick that up. I mentioned before, but hound skulls are pretty good as far as helmets go. Basically, the fighter's best helmet. Oh yeah, totally good hound skull. Viking helmet. We can't wear that. We got to get in the circle. Oh no, this door is locked. We got to go back around. We're going to use our last healing potion. We found one earlier, so we don't have to worry too much. I did hear traps. Let's run between them. They're just axe traps, so you can time them. Go between them. Easy peasy. Or just get out of the circle. Uh-oh. I think I'm more afraid of the archer than the mummy, to be honest. I think max health is a little bit better than armor and magic resist because... Ooh, recurve bow. Hold on, let's drop the axe and grab the bow. So now we have a bow. Next enemy, I'll explain how to use it. Go ahead and shut this door. We don't want him following us. Let's try to get in the circle if we can. We'll use a bandage. Heal ourselves up. Ooh, a skeletal crossbowman. This is the perfect example for a bow. So you equip the bow with 2, because it's in the second slot. You hold left mouse, and let go. Left mouse, let go. Oh. Mouse, let go. Once you want to reload, you just press R, and it'll take arrows from your inventory, put them in the bow. I feel like I've explained this before. Oops. We have small lizard brain. No. But since we have a shield, we just continue to bully the ranged enemies. As long as we angle our blocks properly, they can't do anything at all. We do have a blue portal there, and we're not quite ready to go to the Inferno yet. I think maybe we should learn some other stuff before we end up going down there. The Inferno is much more difficult than the Cryps. We don't need those gloves. But let's just take it easy for a minute. You have a blue portal here, but extra loot awaits us down here. Well, I'll give you a little bit of a secret of this dungeon. If you're on your Mimics quest, which we are, these 3 chests are always Mimics. And you can check if a chest is a Mimic by stuffing your face into it. I know that sounds stupid, right? Why would you stuff your face into a Mimic? But, yes, you can check if Mimics or chests are Mimics by just going, What's this? Ah! Yes, that's a mimic. Ah, you can't hit them for some reason. But I'll open it. He's a mimic. We're all very scared. For mimics, you basically just, you can just backstep their attacks. Bait them out like skeletons. Easy peasy. You can block them too if you really want to. Well, I would just face them, honestly. It's less dangerous. When they get low on health, sometimes they'll close up and pretend like they're chests again. Because for some reason mimics think we have the attention span of a goldfish. But the map is closing. So let's try and get this mimic. There we go, he's dead. Alright, great. So we got a lot of progress towards our quest, actually. Our Mimics Kill quest. Our Kill Mimics quest. We can get a little bit greedy and try to snag just a little bit more loot before we leave. But the final circle is closing, as you see in the bottom right. So we do have to leave. Can't wait anymore. If we stay and it closes fully, we're dead. Green heavy gauntlets, but we don't have space, so we can leave them. And we're done. Another successful mission. Wow, nice helmet, dude. So, like before, we can just go ahead and sell our greens. We can hold them, but it's okay. Money's cool too. I like money. I'm like Mr. Krebs. $160 gold. And you'll notice that these coins are really starting to clog up our inventory. Or our stash, I should say. What you can do, I'll keep these rings down here actually, because jewelry's, you know, pretty rare. Harder to come by, and I think it's worth saving. We'll go ahead and sell these greens real quick. Ooh, we got a new quest. Does that mean we hit level 5? We'll vendor everything we don't need. Put the potion over there. Put our bandages here. Put all this there. However, first, real quick, looks like we have 3 new quests. But let's go to the treasurer and buy some purses. Each one's 5 gold. You just buy a bunch. Now, put them in your stash. And when you put gold in your stash now, it will automatically fill the gold coin purses. Watch. Shift right click. Shift right click. 6. Shift right click. 16. 26, 36, 46, 50, and 6. And you can restack all this gold just like this. Just take it, put it in your inventory. And shift right click it all back. And it'll automatically go to the pouches. Pretty cool, yeah. We have 2 campfire kits. We don't need to. And in fact, we have a quest to actually turn one in. Coming now. Fire's Compassion. Find 15 campfires in the dungeon. Well, let's turn in our first one now. 1 out of 15. Deliver. That's it. Campfire is gone from our stash, and he's now holding it. So we only need 14 campfires. Leathersmith's quest. Lost Daughter. We need to find 15 leather caps. Now, like I said, I have lizard brain. I just sold the one I found in the dungeon. But if I didn't sell it, I'd be able to turn it in here for the quest. Quests are typically worth doing because they increase the reputation with the vendor, and he will have new crafts for you, and he will lower his prices every time you increase his reputation. Armor quest. Kill skeletons, 75. That sounds like a lot of skeletons, but trust me, you will be done with this quest before you even know it. Basically, all I do down there is kill skeletons. And Taylor. Create a space. Kill demon bats, skeleton mages, and demon berserkers. We haven't seen any of these yet, but we will when we go to the Inferno. There are skeleton mages in the crypts. I've seen some on one on the last episode, but for now, we're good. We don't need to worry about that. These kill quests will generally take care of themselves as you play. The demon bats is a little more rare when you go to the Inferno, so those might be harder to get, but we'll go over all those in the future. And make sure you save your silver coins. Do not turn them into the treasurer for gold coins, because you can turn them into silver powder and silver ingots. And these two materials are extremely good because once you level up your vendors, you can actually use the powder and ingots to craft yourself certain weapons that have bonuses against undead. Goblin is not really worth spending your gold on, especially early on. He's probably going to rip you off. It's worth doing his quests. He will lower his prices dramatically. Once you get rich, maybe you can start gambling with the Goblin. But for now, I wouldn't do it. Ah, yes. And since we are level 5, we actually got to level 6 in this run. So we went from level 3 to level 6 in a single run. So now that we have hit level 5, we go to class, perk and skill, and now we have another skill slot active. So we can choose our next skill. Let's do... We're using a shield a lot. So let's use counterattack. What counterattack says is when you successfully block an attack, gain 10% move speed bonus and 10% action speed for 3 seconds. As you can imagine, that's pretty good if you block a lot against mobs and players. If you block players' attack, now you have an advantage. You can faster than them and you can attack faster than them. It's a very good perk. At the moment, the training tab doesn't exist, but hopefully soon we'll be able to use it. I think that's good for now. We did a successful ruins run, and now we can work on Goblin Caves next time. Thank you, everyone. Good luck in the dungeon.